Imagine you're just hanging out, and your friend tells you about this VR game called Gorilla Tag. You're instantly hooked on the idea, beg your parents for a headset, and when Christmas finally rolls around, there it is, a VR headset with your name on it. And the very first thing you download is Gorilla Tag. Stage 1 is what I call the awakening. This is your very first time playing Gorilla Tag. You load in and immediately realize you have no idea how to move. There's no joystick or any buttons that help you move. You just start swinging your arms and hoping something happens. Most of the time, you either get nowhere or launch yourself in the completely wrong direction. And then you see the actual tutorial, and this is where everyone struggles at first. And then you see the double wall, where you know the forest is on the other side. So you try to climb it, but you fail and slide down. So you try again, but you still miss. So you start thinking to yourself, there's no way people are actually good at this game. At this stage, you're not even trying to tag anyone or run from anyone. You're not even trying to be fast. You're just trying to figure out how not to fall every 5 seconds. Stage 2 is orientation. This is when you're no longer completely lost, but you're still very new. You start actually looking around the map. Forest isn't just random trees anymore. You're noticing paths, walls, and places people run to. You finally understand how tagging works, who's lava, who isn't, and why everyone is running away from one person. You still move kind of slow, but now it's on purpose. You're learning how far you can jump, how hard to push off walls, and how not to accidentally launch yourself across the map. You're not thinking about winning yet, you're just trying to survive, and not be the first one tagged. And once you're not just surviving anymore, that's when things start to change. Stage 3 is the click. This is when Gorilla Tag stops feeling random. You're not just reacting anymore, you're starting to anticipate what's about to happen. Movement isn't something you're thinking about now, it's just how you get around. When someone's chasing you, you're choosing routes instead of panicking. You use walls to change direction, slow down, or speed up at the right time. Tags don't feel accidental anymore. You see them coming, you get close on purpose, and then juke them out using the movement you actually trust. This is also when everything starts to flow together. The running, climbing, jumping, it all connects instead of feeling separate. And once that smooth feeling clicks, Gorilla Tag starts feeling competitive even when you're just playing for fun. Stage 4 is confidence. This is where a lot of you guys probably are. You've been playing for a few months now and public lobbies feel normal. You're not just thinking about how to move anymore, it's just something you do. You're usually one of the last people tagged. In most games, you're top 3 in the lobby without really trying to force it. And it's not just public lobbies anymore. You can hop into competitive lobbies and actually hold your own. You're winning rounds, you're surviving late, and you're not getting overwhelmed by better players. When someone chases you, you stay calm, take clean routes, and leave situations before they get bad. You don't waste movement, you don't overcommit, and you let other players make mistakes first. You're not trying to prove anything yet, you're just consistently solid. At this stage, Gorilla Tag feels comfortable, and you know you belong in any lobby. Stage 5 is the tryhard era. This is when Gorilla Tag isn't something you're just learning anymore. It's something you're really good at. At this point, you've probably been playing for over a year, and you're playing a lot, like almost every day. 9 times out of 10, you're the best player in the lobby. You know the map like the back of your hand. There's no need to explore anymore. You already know every route, the escapes, and where people usually mess up. How you move in Gorilla Tag is like how you walk in real life. It's second nature to you. You're not thinking about how you climb the wall or where to jump to. You just do it automatically. You start messing with people instead of being scared of them, and you move in a way that people don't even notice you. Because of that, you win basically every round. Competitive lobbies are the new normal for you, and public lobbies feel slow. This is also the point where you've probably spent a lot of shiny rocks. You've been around long enough to earn them, and you actually care about what your gorilla looks like. But you're not switching cosmetics every game. You've probably got a setup, and it's been that way for a while. Somewhere in this stage though, a small ego kicks in. You expect to win. You get annoyed when you mess up. Losing doesn't feel normal anymore. It feels like you played badly. You're not toxic about it, but you care. At this point, you're better than most Gorilla Tag players, probably around 95%. This is when Gorilla Tag stops being something you play casually and starts being a part of your life. Stage 6 is the fork in the road. This is where most longtime Gorilla Tag players eventually end up. By this point, you've been playing for a long time, probably well over a year, maybe even a few. And when you look back at how you started, it almost feels like a different game. You remember when just moving was hard, when the tutorial felt impossible, when climbing a wall felt like an accomplishment. Now you don't even think about that stuff. Movement is automatic. The maps feel small, and lobbies that used to feel chaotic now feel predictable and boring. You don't play Gorilla Tag the same way anymore. You're not just reacting, you're reading people, you're thinking ahead, and most of the time, you already know how a round is going to end. And that's where the stage really begins, because once being good becomes normal, you start asking different questions. For some players, this is when they double down. They chase perfection, they grind competitive lobbies, they want to be one of the best players, maybe even a professional, not just someone who wins a lot. For others, it may go the opposite way. The game starts to feel repetitive, winning doesn't feel as exciting, and they slowly start playing less, even if they don't mean to. And then there's a third path. These players stop playing just to win. They care more about the moments, community, content, or just enjoying the game for what it is. Gorilla Tag stops being about proving something and starts being about what you get out of it. What's interesting is that everyone who reaches this stage has been through the same journey. Confusion, understanding, confidence, mastery. The difference now isn't skill, it's just your mindset. And once you reach this point, you never really see the game the same way again. Everyone ends up here eventually. The only question is which path you're on and where it takes you next. No matter what though, wherever you are on your path, Gorilla Tag can still be a fun game, and there's more to it in every part. Even if you're really bad, you can still have a good time with the people. Even if you're not very social, you can still have a fun time just tagging people or running away from people. Whatever it is, it's a good game, and you can have a great time on it. But anyways, that's the end of the video, so if you enjoyed, please subscribe. Let me know in the comments which one you are and how you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.